guys. My 5x5. I hope so. I'll see all you guys in here and give you some shout outs. See who's in here. Dark Angel. Hey, how are you? She's a wildflower. Good to see you. Cherokee. Oh, okay. I'll catch that video tonight when it goes up. Adriana, how are you? Camping. Oh, you have to tell us all about that. I love going camping. We haven't been in forever. The prepping artist, how are you? Michael G. Good to see all of you. I see the prepping artist. I see you've made some goals up on your channel. That's awesome. Congratulations. Hey Tina. If I miss anybody, Montana Nana. How are you? Oh, Huckleberry sitting here. Miss Sharon. We're good now, right? That's what I say. Scan everyone. Where's Miss Sharon? I appreciate all of you. TJ in Georgia, how are you? Black Cat, how are you? And Mark. TT1. TT1's in the house. I got to give him a shout out. Hey, Matt, how are you? I'm glad you're here. Sandy, Sherry, just Josh. Everybody's in here. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Hey, Teresa. And anyone I miss, I appreciate you guys. I did want to say there are tons of creators and subs and different things that are sharing their, hey, Thistle Moon, I'm glad you're here. They're sharing their gardening stuff. I love it. I mean, like large scale, small scale, indoor, outdoor, in containers, microgreens, in the ground. I love it. That just warms my heart. Everybody's sharing those, everybody's in different stages, depending on where they're at, when they planted, where it's going on. And then all of us we'll talk, like this year, I was like, oh my gosh, my potatoes. I was so upset and different things. I had some things bolting. I see that in the community, hey, I've got a trouble with this, but this did well. Hey, everybody's helping. I see a lot of people helping, offering tips and advice and just encouraging. That's wonderful because people are doing the things and they have that kind of community feel. They're sharing it and they're learning from each other and they're helping each other. Keep it up because that's what it's all about. That's great. The more we're doing. Hey, Gmail Nana, if I missed anyone. So with that also comes in, I am still, and I greatly appreciate it. I'm still getting prayers and warm thoughts and everything for my mom and our family. I appreciate it. And then people say, I don't want to ask. I know you have things going on, but could you please pray for me about this? Please do not hesitate about anything send me emails if you have prayer requests. I still do that. I have a prayer journal. I've showed it before. Only I am in there. I make sure because I keep up with, praying for people. I will always pray for you. It doesn't matter what I have going on in my life. I will pray for you. And you don't even have to tell me what it's about. Hey, just, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I know. God knows I will pray for you. So please don't be hesitant because of what, people like, this is heavy. It doesn't matter. That's not how that works for me. So please don't be hesitant. Please keep on sending me stuff. Let's see. Let me throw this up here. Yes, Matt Outdoorsman. Matt is great, and he just puts it down with his stuff he gets every Monday, unless he switches it up. He has a Mad broadcast at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday nights. He'll be there tomorrow. Go check him out. Go check his channel out. He's great. Hey, Anthony, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. I hope I haven't missed anyone. But, y'all know I love you, and I'm sorry. And I'll go squirrel. So, I wanted to talk about that. We hear all this negativity, this nonsense in the news, of course, on the world all around us. Yes, we need to be aware. When I talk about don't stay down, don't let it steal your peace and joy, and about finding good and stuff all the time, or something small every day to be grateful for, or that's positive or whatever. And I wanted to bring, because I've had people share with me, but I started seeing on different social medias, people talking about it or little videos about it. And I thought it was great. We know the nonsense going on with Target. And most of us are kind of on the same thing where there's certain lines you cross that went too far. And, there's always a go woke, go broke, the boycotting, everything else. But what I want to bring attention to is not the negative of that, is the positive that I'm starting to see trickle out of that. And that was a lot of these people were going back and saying, I used to always do this when they were little, or this is something, a skill I wanted to learn. And women and girls and families, different things they are like, I am learning to sew clothes from patterns. We're tackling this. I'm learning to do it. We're doing it together. We're doing this thing. That's just great. They're building skills, and I mean, they're doing those are family things, or you can do it for your children. I used to do all kinds of outfits or costumes and stuff for my kids. Quilts or different things. And because it was the clothing line that was more effective with this one, I thought that was really positive. And people are talking about how it is driving them to local businesses, local secondhand shops, local mom and pop things. So again, that's a positive that's coming out of it. And I think that's important that we find a positive out of these situations, because all that type of stuff can get heavy. And I just thought that was great. I just really, you're welcome, Matt. I always got you. Yeah, y'all throw your links down in there if you want to. I don't care about anything like that. So I'm just making sure I don't miss anything. Yeah, that's right, TT1. I mean, just nonsense. I mean, and the sewing, I mean, and the going to local mom and pop place, and the thing about the mom and pop place, like it also depends on where you live. I live, and we have these like mom and pop, I call them mom and pop stores, or family owned for many generations. And they're in these nice, downtown, like these type areas. And it's like secondhand, or I don't want to say little boutiques, because none of them are like expensive. You hear boutique expensive, but things of that thing. During the illness, so much of those local and mom and pop places, they got shut down. It was devastating. I mean, things that have been here for 8 generations, all of a sudden were gone, and everything happened. It's positive. So look for the positive, even in the negative, the nonsense. And speaking of, I think maybe I saw something. Maybe it just triggered. I saw something about YouTube and so on. Yeah, I mean, patterns in YouTube. Get up there, utilize it, learn how. If you don't know how to sew, learn. Start small, work your way up. Another skill, and I talked about my motivation pep talk type videos. Tackle. If there's something like that was something you were wanting to always learn and tackle and be able to do, here's an opportunity to do it. Start out small, work your way up. Yeah, you've got to the mom and pop stuff. I love mom and pop stores and antique stores and stuff like that. I love that type of stuff. That's just how I am. Oh yeah, of course, because of course that was their plan. We know how they. So I just feel like this is good on so many it's good on so many levels, and I love stuff like that. So, and kind of with the gardening thing and the negative something, a lot of you see the appeal, the coating that is on things, even organic. If you look into that, it's absolutely horrific. They say they'll label it. So this is a negative hit for if you are trying to do the clean eating and not, well, I'll just leave it at that before I get in trouble on here. But again, coming out positive, I'm seeing and I'm having people get up with me, and I'm reading more and more. People are like, well, I'm just going to have to I'm going to have to learn to grow my stuff. I'm tackling XYZ to grow this year because I'm not going to buy this. I'm not going to put that in my body. I don't want that, because it's even on organic stuff. And I'm seeing I'm seeing that community work together. Like, oh, I have family, friend, whatever, lives somewhere. Colder mountainy, different areas where they have apples, and they're fresh, organic. Nothing's on them, and we have stuff, and it's like that. We're trading long distance, and I mean, I've done that myself. I've send people stuff. They send me stuff. We kind of trade off long distance, even if they're not right there. At least you can do it now. Again, something positive coming from nonsense. I think it's fantastic. Look for that all the time. And please, if you have things like that, positive out of these things, please throw them down there. I think it's important that we flood ourselves more with, for every bad thing, 2 good things. It's that balance all the time. I think that's very important. and throw them down there, please, because I would love to read them, and I think that's a wonderful to keep that going. I'm making sure I don't miss anything. Okay, let me see what you got, Saffron. Hey, Saffron, because I haven't said hey to you, I don't think. Totally unrelated topic. Rice prices have already jumped in the last month. 5 pounds. Brand name jasmine. Yes. Yes. Rice. I haven't seen that because I do tend to I like basmati and jasmine rice. I mean, I stock the other stuff, but if I'm just going to be like how things are now, and I stock both, and it can be the Walmart, brand. It's not something, like really expensive, but the prices have gone up on everything. There was something Huck was telling me yesterday. He ran to the store. I don't remember what it was. I do listen to him, but I don't remember what he said. He said something about the price of it, and I don't remember what it was. It had gone, but we keep seeing that again. The learning new skills, trying new stuff, challenging ourselves, building our skills, doing these things. Learn to sew, do your own thing. Shop the local mom and pop place. Grow your things. Barter long distance if you have to. That's our way of winning over this nonsense. We don't need that. We can still help each other and help ourselves. Hey, Bobo's World, how are you? If I've missed anyone, I'm very sorry. And I'll get over here and get Squirrel, and I'll scan. And if you have something, try to put it in all caps. I'll see it a lot quicker. Yes, Josh. That's another thing. Thank you for bringing that up. Was yard sales. Look through those things. A lot of people, I have found things at yard sales, and it's been several years, but it was like, somebody had some grandma, grandpa pass. They cleaned out the house, and I'm like, they don't even know the treasures that they have, and they're, $2 on this, and I'm like, snatch it up. You find all kinds of survival stuff, things like that. I think Prepper Nation, John, he talks about that all the time at yard sales and like Goodwill, other places he names about finding those type of things there, because a lot, honestly, it's okay, Kevin, if you're late, don't worry about it. Hey, yard bird, how are you? See, I'm about to go squirrel. Daggone it. But you can find those type of things at those lower prices all the time, because a lot of people, they don't do what we do. They don't have that mindset, sadly, but it benefits you to get those things. It was potatoes. Saffron, I didn't see his, but I saw yours. It was potatoes. My feelings are hurt about my potatoes. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what, I just think it's the weather's been weird. And of that, like, it's into June, and usually by May, it's hot. And I've talked about before, I struggle with the high heat and humidity. I know, and I'm from and live in the South, but that's just what it is. By May, our air conditioner is going. We haven't turned that on once. And it's really cool today, like in the 60s in June. This is unheard of. It's just weird. Now, in some ways, I'm not complaining because I'm not in this blistering heat that I'm struggling with. I have to get up at the crack of dawn and do my chores outside, and then, late in the afternoon when it's not as hot. But it is definitely a bit abnormal. Now, yes, seasons, our Earth has its normal cycles it goes through as well. I'm not saying what it is or is not causing, but jasmine and basmati rice are you asking between the two? They are better for you than that. Like, some people they don't do well with white rice. I don't do particularly well with white rice, even beyond like the taste of it. And then some people can only digest brown rice. I tend to not do well, but jasmine and basmati, I like better. They tend to be, better for you. I think it's also preference in the individual. Hey, Colleen, how are you? It's probably beef. No, it was the potatoes, because we were cooking steaks yesterday, and we didn't. Yeah, I think it was the potatoes, the bag of potatoes, because the bag of potatoes used to be like $2.50 or like 2 for $5. They would do those smaller bags, and now the small bags like $5 each or something. It was something like that. Oh gosh, Miss Sharon. Yeah, we do our big shopping in cycles. We do it in cycles how we go, but it's ridiculous. And I do have that added benefit that I have people email me and keeping me up in their areas or what they're seeing and changing. I mean, a gallon of whole milk here is, $6.50 or something like that. I do not have a milk cow. Bless those who do. Truly. Yeah. I mean, I told the cashier, I'm like, you are hurting my feelings. You better find some extra bags to hand me. Walking out of here with 2-3 bags, and I'm $100. Yeah. I know. And I do think about people who, that haven't been, getting ready, because it's not going to get, this stuff isn't going to get better. It's just not. Now our gas is like back and forth. It's just swinging back and forth. It goes really high, then it goes back. Well, high. I'm not in California or something like that. I hear some of y'all's gas prices. I would get on a bike. That's ridiculous. And then it'll go down, and then it'll go back. I mean, it's just like every other day. It's not it's weird how back and forth. Gracious sakes. Where's that at? Appalachian Trail? Mercy. We gotta wear some good shoes and pull a wagon behind you. Yes, TT1. I'm serious. I want to go to TT1 shop, because I'll be looking at his video, like, what's he got in there? Any places like that, and yard sales and stuff, you can find wonderful stuff. I think some people are like, I just want it out of here. Aunt such and such, grandma, grandpa passed, and we're getting rid of this, or I'm moving and I'm just getting rid of these things. Find wonderful things. And if you have kiddos, everybody has kiddos, either little kids all the way through their teens up until about 20s, rapidly they change. I'm like, if you find a good deal on something, shoes and clothes, grab that several sizes years ahead of time and put it away, because you're going to need it. And they'll go so fast. You better do it now, because they gotta have clothes, gotta have shoes. I have heard about those big citywide garage sales. I haven't ever been to one, but I hear about them. That would be great to pick up a lot of stuff. Let's see. Hey, South Florida, welcome. If I've missed anyone, I'm sorry. Yes, Miss Sharon, tell them all caps, because you see, I'll get over here and scan. Either I'll get lost in this or I'll miss it. I'm sorry. Goodness, really? TT1? I think we're like 63 today, and it's been overcast. Now I'm gonna tell you something. Now, Mr. Bugman, in his little let's make things gray in the sky. The sky spray stuff is it used to be horrific during the day. It is like a grid across sky at night now. But I mean, we'll go like a week and not see the sun. It doesn't rain. That's not normal for this where I am at. That is not normal at this time of year at all. We don't even have it that much, even in the winter times. It's just not like that. But it could be the nature cycle. I talk about Ryan Hall, y'all, on here, and I watch his different things. He's pretty accurate. I like how he presents things and give things out. Great channel. Go check his out if you weather stuff. Couldn't be any of that, but being they've been talking about what they want to do, I can't help but think, and I'm enjoying the cooler weather. Don't get me wrong. But on the flip side of that, I'm more comfortable, but I'm seeing a difference. Certain things in the garden are not very happy about it. I am still having issues with bolting, and some things are doing great. Like, I go out there and think huckleberries bees all the time for them, but I don't know. And then other things aren't. And that's why I love seeing. I've been seeing so much. I've been watching tons of things on here, y'all, in the community right here about your gardening stuff. Please keep doing that. Don't be discouraged. I mean, like even me over here pouting and being bratty about my potatoes. They failed. I was so upset because we eat a lot of potatoes. But we've had so much. We've been eating pretty steady out of the garden for different things already. We have 2 big blueberry bushes they're doing well. One of them, the birds kept picking the blueberries off before, like early in the morning or something before we get out there. So we got that taken care of yesterday. So they're kind of covered. But everything's doing great. But I can tell. Yeah, I mean, we've had some warm days, but it is nothing like it normally is this time of year. This time of year, I'm already kind of like, is it fall yet? That's terrible, I know. Oh, let me see, Sandy. Please pray for my uncle. Oh gosh. Okay. That happens sometimes. Because, it's trying to catch up and mend from surgery and that fluid will collect a little bit. So I will definitely be praying for him. I'm very sorry to hear that. What? Oh, see, there he is. There he is with his cold northern weather. Wow. That is cold for June. Is it normally that cold in June, Mad? I mean, is that like a normal for you, or is it's like it's a little colder than it normally is? That seems for June, to me, that just seems, it seems so cold. But, sometimes, you're welcome, Dark Angel. She's a sweetheart. And I did not know she had a channel. I'm going to go ahead and give her a shout out. I've been on there. Go check her out. I didn't know. Like, I mean, I guess a lot of times we, get up here and I have certain subs. And then there was another one. Maybe it was KP. P's in here. I didn't know. I was like, oh, I didn't realize. And, help each other out. So it's about like helping each other out. So showing each other support. We can all learn different things from each other. Yes, ma'am. Oh gosh, I think I'm really behind in chat. I just saw my little thing. Sorry, Miss Sharon. Sherry, I didn't. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm definitely praying for you. Yes, they are. Yeah, I'll just lay this right here and look the other way. That's what that's about. That's what I think. It's very strange. Things are really strange. Let me see. I'm sorry, and I'm behind. I'm going to scroll through here. Good thing he was. Oh, yeah, that a lot of times that helps when if they've had surgery and they, when they've laid there they're laying there like that. I'm praying for all y'all. Did somebody ask TT1 what he had? Maybe. We're all going to roll up at his store. TT1. But that's the way to do it. Hey, Bus, how are you? I'm glad you're in here. Good to see you. Yeah. Yeah, I do that often. I'm like, if you can, I'm like, oh, you need something, grab 2 or 3 of them if you can. Look for fabric. I save a lot of clothes we would outdo. And anybody, and maybe, I don't know. I mean, I grew up that way, was patchwork quilts. My grandmother made all their quilts from their old clothes, and I still have them. My mother has them. I mean, tons of huge, beautiful, humongous, heavy-duty quilts, and that's what it came from. Oh, yeah, do that, Cannon. Doing the things. That's awesome. That is awesome. Let's see. I think I'm getting closer. Oh, let me see. Oh, really? See, I don't think we've had as much, but then when we get it, it's like a drencherous downpour. It's like, okay, well, it's just coming to flood all of a sudden, and it just won't. And then it's like nothing. And I think that's what happened, like with my potatoes, because they were doing fantastic. Then we had these two things that were a couple days, not even a week apart, even or a couple days apart, and it was just like there was stuff floating. I was like, where did this come from all of a sudden? And then we're having that, and we're not having a lot of sun. It stays overcast, and which is not normal for this area. You live in the, southeast. It's just not like that. Hot and humid in southeast Texas. Let me tell you, when I was in Texas, it didn't rain a drop. It was so hot, and it was. I just say it was rattlesnakes and tumbleweeds. I was like, I gotta go home. It was. I think I went in like September, back in the 90s. Oh, see, that's funny because we're in like the 60s. Yes, I like Ryan Hall, y'all. I like how he presents it. I highly recommend him. Um, yes, I do. I do. Well, it gets good use. Then I make something out of it. See, mine did from potato slips, and they were doing great. I was like, I'm going to do this every year. I'm sold. I'm doing potato tower every year. I'm doing it like this. It was great. It's fantastic. I don't know what happened. And now my sweet potatoes, but sweet potatoes like it a little different than my russet potatoes, and they can be so finicky. The sweet potatoes in the ground are doing great. And the scrap bucket where we accumulate throughout the year for our compost, I have potatoes coming out of that just fine. And I haven't paid them any mind of anything. I haven't watered. There's this in this, compost. I must have spoiled my potato slips too much in the potato tower, and now they threw a fit. I don't know. Yes, my oregano is. I just see my dehydrated, also the green. I just chopped a ton of herbs yesterday and was drying them, and they're cooling now. And some I'm gonna dry, some I'm gonna make tinctures out of. I got to get on that. I just did that yesterday. Oh, let me see even though I know I'm far behind. Let me see what Matt has to say. No, this is cool. Oh gosh. Oh yeah. I mean, at 40 something, I guess you would. Yeah, it's weird. But but then I've been hearing certain, friends or different things. I have other places that there's normally like, we're never this hot right now. Oh my gosh. So I don't know. It's just something weird. Oh yeah. The yard. Well, I like when we have regular seasonal type rain because I don't have to go out there and water, and it's better for the garden. The garden usually does better. But you talking to me, Miss Sharon? Who'd I say? Are you talking to somebody else? I don't know how far behind I am. Sorry. Shop local. Yes, all of you. Hey, DCBs. If I missed anyone that you snuck in, I'm sorry. Most of my regular. Sometimes I'm kind of. Was it this time or last week or another thing? Gosh, it's awful. I'm sorry. I try to keep up with everybody in here. I do appreciate all of you. And we say it all the time. I'm going to say it right now. We're not even halfway. I have such a wonderful group of people in here. Y'all come in steadily all the time, and just y'all are so kind. And I really appreciate you guys. Truly, y'all are such a blessing to me. Yeah, everybody celebrated the Dark Angel. I didn't either. I was like, and she been up here from the get go with me, and I was like, I didn't know, and so I went over there. I was like, I've been missing out. She's a sweetheart. Oh, let me see, Hobus. And this is a deuce of mine. Thank you so much for coming over this way. I really appreciate it. We have not had one clear. Oh, I see. Ours has always been like that for a couple years during the day. It was just awful. I've even put pictures up on my community tab before. It didn't even look real. It was just ridiculous. But during the day now, you can't. It's just gray coverage. It's not like cloudy like big white clouds, or it's going to rain. It's just gray overcast coverage. And then at night, we're seeing it's like grids the way that is going. It's ridiculous. Hey, KP, did I say hey to you? But I see you now. If I didn't, I'm sorry. Let's see. Is it buffering? Hey, Lady Smith, am I buffering? Surprisingly, knock on wood, my little chat thing, my little comment area here is behaving today, because it's been getting weird. It's probably because I'm talking about good stuff, right? Yeah, that Italian, all the oregano stuff, man. You know what I say? Make your oil of oregano. You'll be good to go with having that for any kind of ailment, sickness, antibacterial, viral, fungal. It goes across topical and internal. That is a power punch, oregano, for those type of things. But let's see. What would you say? For my next week, I start. Oh yeah. See, we usually put the end of March. Yeah, April is when we put things in. Kevin. Miss Sharon, that's why I tell people, I say, you better hope I get a hold of you before Miss Sharon does. Thanks for the 555 KP. Yeah. Hey, Yankee Watchdog, how are you? Good to see you. Oh, it's buffering. I guess some it may be. I don't know. You know, what's it been, a full moon lately? Solar flares? What is it? Oh. Hey, Laura, how are you? I know that replay gang. I stay in that replay gang myself. Thank goodness for that. Good to see you, though. I appreciate you. Oh, yeah. I don't know about Kevin about last night. It's hit and miss. I usually does pretty good here. We usually don't have an issue with that here. But, well, that one time I was on a live. I think it was a Sunday live. We had that tornado come like right here. It was like went through our backyard. It was crazy, and I was buffering then apparently. Oh, look, I'm caught up. Oh, the helicopters. Yeah, our skies have been pretty active in a lot of different ways. I'll say that. I see. Okay, Josh, you laughed at me. Common medical herbs. Are you asking me for? Are you asking me which ones? One of my very first videos I did, and it's all different. It really depends on what you have, and I will be glad to write up a thing if you send me an email. If you're like, hey, we kind of, because I'll have people get up with me and they'll say, we tend to my family to struggle with respiratory things, or we're more prone to this, or these are the type of things I want to prevent or maybe have on hand to be as a treatment plan. And I'll say, okay, well, I would start and make sure you have at least these on hand, and then anything you also want to add to that. If you're looking for something, if I'm understanding, if that's what you're asking. Okay, yes, you said yes. You can, it's just KCLilel@gmail. You can, I can, because everyone's a little different. And if you're like, I don't know what I need, but I kind of have this or prevent this, or I want to make sure I have like this for a backup in case said illness prone to, or in case my medicines ran out, to have on hand. I'll be glad to send you a list for if you want to email me on that. Because everyone's is a little bit different. I mean, there's certain ones I say everybody should have oregano, and even different spices and stuff. Turmeric, garlic. There's different ones. People should lemon balm. I'm like big on like lemon balm and different things that there's just tons of different ones. It just depends. But I did one of my very first videos I did about grow your health. I think it was an herbal one, and it has some good ones in there. And I break down what they're good for and stuff like that. So you may want to check that one out, or I can just, if you send me an email, I will attach that. Oh, it's an old video, one of the very first ones. I'll attach that on there, and you can watch that also. And I'll write out some ones and see if that helps you, and then kind of tell you, and if there's warnings for them, and always read my disclaimer, do things safe. Hey, Sandy. Yeah, we all need those breaks from time to time. Absolutely. I'll tell people all the time, just detach from things and go do your stuff. Who was it? Was it Katrinka? No. Who was it at the beginning that just went camping? Do those type of things. Oh yeah, the hurricane season. It's hit and miss. That's how, nobody really knows. It's supposed to be interesting because of that, the warmer, the like the waters, the temperatures different. And Ryan Hall, y'all, did a great explanation on that. I think it was last week, and he talked about how it could be an interesting. They don't ever 100% know. I mean, what are the scary things that always come out and say this is going to be one of the worst hurricane seasons we've ever seen, and then it's nothing. And just because there's a whole bunch of named storms, they may never make landfall. They may not even come close. They come out, they come off the, like say over from like Africa and stuff, and they just turn it. We don't ever see anything with it. And that's just part of being ready, being prepared just in case. Yeah. Thank you, Miss Sharon, throwing that email out. Your dog's listening. Maybe he's like, gets used to those same voices, maybe. Oh yeah, I did see, because just Josh had shared that in his community thing, and I saw that they were up there, Ohio, I believe. I hope y'all had a wonderful time. Yeah, I put things all over myself. That's how it goes. I'd rather have more than, hey, T3, how are you? Good to see you. Yes, Michael G, tell them what's up. It's true. Just get out there and do stuff. Take your shoes off and go get in the garden. That's what I say. Hey, Colleen. Oh, y'all, a lot of people are going camping. That's always like it resets you. If you do it truly and you kind of detach from anything, I know you have to have like, let's take our phone for safety or something. If you kind of detach and the electronic stuff, it'll help reset. People who have like insomnia and different things, that's one of the best things you can do. It'll reset you. Yeah, me too, Dark Angel. I love Ryan Hall, y'all. He's great the way he does it. Well, I'm glad. I'm trying to help everybody. Truly. But I do encourage people to find the positive every day. We do. I mean, I bring news, and I say I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. I'm not trying to be doom and gloom, but this is kind of going on in the world. Hey, here's a heads up. We need to buy about. We got to know those things. Don't live with your head in the sand. But find good, no matter how small things are. Find something positive. And sometimes it can take work, because it seems like we're bombarded with negative. So sometimes it can see like, I got to get through this, this fog of just this negativity and this awful stuff, and I got to find something positive. That's why I was so thrilled about the garden sharing, and I was seeing people giving tips and asking questions and encouraging each other and everything. That That's wonderful. And something, awful with something Target. And then people are like, okay, well, maybe that was the push certain ones need to say, well, I'm going to tackle this. I'm going to learn to finally, I'm going to get some patterns, I'm going to get some fabric. It may not be pretty when I first start, but I'm going to learn how to do this. Life skills. And you're not over there supporting that either. So it's good. It's positive. It's a win-win on that situation. And going to the mom and pop stuff, doing the yard sales. I mean, sometimes even with yard sales, I see it more and more, especially what's going on with the economy and everything is some people are selling things and having yard sales to make extra money. That's helping them out. And you may get something fantastic. You'll find something fantastic of that you needed. Hey, Deb J, how are you? I just think that's great. And so I encourage you to look for those things. Yeah, of course. And we know those of this world are led by him. So that's why they bombard us with distractions and overwhelm us. They beat us down. It becomes heavy. It becomes overwhelming. And sometimes it's just like, oh my gosh, well, whatever will make me come from underneath this weight. And then that's when they'll say, oh gosh, we have this fix for you. We're here to help, right? Don't let yourself get to that point. Okay, let me see what Michael G's got to say. Plant what you eat. Yep. Learn a new skill and help people do the same. Absolutely. That's that encouragement. And doesn't mean that we're not going to have bad days, hard times. We're going to have those times. It's just not staying there. And then if you see somebody, in your family, in your tribe, in your community, whatever, even a stranger, give them some bit of encouragement and something positive. It'll go a long ways. It really will. I encourage that. Hey, Deanna, how are you? Yeah, and even as cool as we've been going through that, here I'm highly allergic to yellow flies. Not bees or wasps or anything like yellow. I mean, now everything, I could be in a blizzard and everything is going to sting me. I've always been like that. We have a yellow fly, horsefly, bite and fly season. Usually April, May, or May, usually through May. And it lasts about 2.5, 3 weeks. I think the longest we had it lasted about 4 weeks. And I mean, I have to be careful if I'm out because of that. We really didn't have that. But the mosquitoes were like horrific, even though the weather hasn't been as hot as it normally is. But let us get that rain and then the humidity comes right behind it, and they're bad also. I've been hearing a lot of people say the mosquitoes a couple of people have been emailing me and saying the mosquitoes are eating them up. Yes, Yankee, that's a great thing. Hand tools and manual things for kitchen stuff. Instead of, you don't have electricity, you better have hand mixers, hand things to make say you make your own butter with a hand churn, little things, have those things. Exactly, KP. Exactly. And I think having that mindset is fantastic. And it's a positive for ourselves on why we keep doing it. Because we've talked about this, all this can become exhausting and people get burnt out with different things. And I think when we keep different perspective about things, it's just really helpful. I just think it's a lot. It goes further for ourselves as well and others. And we may not even realize it. There's a lot of times we may not even realize we're helping someone else. That's why I continue to pray. Josh and I talk about all the time. Pray, God use me, because I may not ever know that it reached a person that needed to hear something, but God did, and He will He will cross our paths for that reason. And so you just keep doing what you're led to do. Find the positive. Be a light in the darkness of this world, because it's all over. And as the scripture, darkness cannot stay where there's light, and we have to be that light very often. Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, I haven't seen as many dragonflies yet this year, but yeah, they will. They'll get the mosquitoes. They're great for that. Um, I just haven't seen as much. Yeah, they're moving the preps. I understand. Yeah, it's that. I understand. I know what you're saying. Let's see what Matt's got to say. He's always got good advice. Yes, it is therapeutic. You're absolutely right. Yes, that doesn't matter big or small because I think people get discouraged and be like, "Well, this is so simple. This isn't really a big deal. This is very small. This isn't." It doesn't matter. I mean, just as long as we're moving forward, we're helping someone else, or just could be like the little tidbit, the tips. Hey, did you try this? I've been seeing people say that to each other. I'm like, yes, this. Thank you that we all were helping and encouraging each other. That's fantastic, and that is developing a new skill. I mean, it is that therapeutic. It is for us. We need that often because sometimes with the way things are in this world, sometimes it feels like, well, I say like we're just running in butter or, we just getting kicked in the teeth after we just got kicked in the gut. It can kind of feel like that because we're so bombarded. Again, this is planned. So pick something. And I think these little things that they're doing and then people are good is coming from it. And it makes it so simple because people are like, oh, this is so awful. Look at this. They're not looking at, no matter how small it may seem, the positive coming from it. Absolutely. Oh, that's a good idea. You never know. Like we don't put all our stuff in one spot. Yeah. And if you've ever, I've talked about this before, if you've ever been in a situation, it can be natural stuff, and we've had this with hurricanes, bad things, you 2 weeks without electricity and stuff like that, things go on. When you have to get in, and it could be a financial situation that caused you to go into it, which is, again, all our preps are not just shift. It could be our own personal shift. It could be a loss of a job, some financial thing. It could be a natural disaster. And you got to dip down into your preps. You talk about gratitude, like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I would do without this. And then, but then I've had times also I've been like, oh my gosh, I just depleted this area of my preps. But that's why we keep going. That's why we keep doing this. There goes my chat acting up now. See, I had to say something. So if I missed something, I'm sorry. Hey Rip, good to see you. Oh, Sandy, it's always learning about different things. Some things I'm like, I feel like I don't have to think or try about it. And other things I'm like, oh my goodness, what the heck? It's just the way it goes sometimes. Yeah, just be at peace. That's what I say. If anything is stealing your peace and enjoyment, you got to reevaluate that situation. I see. I mean, like even here, the encouragement y'all are giving each other and the ideas and all that, I appreciate it. Yeah. See, I know it depends on what it is. I get nervous about moving preps and stuff like that, especially if you've been somewhere a long time. But we do what we can. I know. I do. I like somebody had said up there about, have to maybe split it, doing those soft moves, but that's not always reality either. You may not be able to. I understand. Pray about it. That's the best thing I can say is pray about it. Yeah. Josh, I think it was you. I can't remember. It was some time ago. There was something, like prep you have it on. It was like, we don't have any such and such. How do we not have this in our preps? I don't know. It was something like a condiment or something out of the kitchen. I have done that before. And I'm like, I go to get like one. I'm like, how in the heck did I let this run out? It does have, especially if it's something you use over and over. Um, it was something like that. It may have been something like taco seasoning or mayonnaise or something like that. I don't know. But that happens sometimes. It is. Y'all getting brags from Miss Sharon. We do after every live. We do. I have a great group. I know. Look at all the love. It is. There it's just great. I am so appreciative. Y'all are a blessing to me. Like truly. I mean, even just Josh and I say that all the time. I'm like, when we do our spiritual things we do, it isn't. It's a blessing. And I'd love to see y'all helping each other out also. I don't have all the answers or I don't know, but I just love that. That's what it's about. I know, Rip, tell him. Rip's a great guy. Rip will share the best things and I'm like, hey, some Rip, it was about the knife thing. He'll share, and I'm like, I didn't even think about that. And that is how you find great other communities and creators. I'm so grateful for Rip because he'll put something up and I'll like go sub up. He's always pushing such good intel. I'm very grateful. Thank you, Rip. I have found lots of people from that. Oh yeah, DCB. We've all in the thing sometime or another. I've gotten a hold of I was little and thought, well, I'll just go poke this electric fence. I'll get a stick and do it. Well, it was a green stick, and it went right up it and in my arm and right through me. And it was no joke. I've been bucked off a horse onto an electric cow fence before across my back, and it wasn't no joke. It was no joke. It's that farm life is what I say. So everybody's going to get it one time or another. It seems like. See, thank you. You are all of y'all. I do. I have to brag on my chat. I have the best. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate y'all, all of you. I love seeing y'all help each other. Even stuff if I don't bring attention to. I see you. I see y'all week after week. Helping each other, encouraging each other, praying for each other, giving each other tips, asking, hey, and y'all remember each other. And that is so important to people. Like, hey, if it's something they brought up before and saying, how was such and such? How's that going? Are you better? How's that? Just a blessing to people. Yeah. Some of my cold stuff, like, I don't have a milk cow, stuff like that. I have to replace. Okay, but you can drop your link. I don't care about stuff like that. Drop them in there. No, I didn't pee on it, but it was a green stick. But no, I didn't do that. I'll leave that to you. You fellas, you little boys growing up on the farm. Yeah, drop your stuff in there. I don't care. I bet they did pee twice. I always remember boys daring each other to do that. Oh my gosh. Miss Sharon, come get him. He's just over there sitting up in top chat. Oh. Let's see what absolutely Rip's great. Truly, I mean, I sub up, drop your links. Truly. I push that. That is how we learn. That's how we find each other. Put it in there. See Dark Angel. She's a sweetheart. I just love her. And I didn't know. Here I was. Drop your link. Girl, drop your link. And I saw it something and I was like, how long you been up here? I didn't know you had a channel. I didn't know. I'm sorry. I got to put them in there. You and Josh sitting up there like y'all the only ones in the house. That's okay. Oh, look at all of y'all on top chat. We've all sat in that seat of shame. Oh goodness. Yes, Dark Angel, this is my family. I always say, "Where's Josh? Drop the fam." Truly. And I worry about y'all, especially if I don't see somebody for a while, because we get used. We get used to seeing the same people, regular people. We get used to seeing people. And then if I don't, I'm like, man, I haven't seen them for a little bit. I hope they're okay. We notice because it is like a family, to us. I understand. I mean, I feel this way. You don't have to drop your link. Go to your channel and copy your link at the top and just paste it up here. Miss Sharon's the one that knows how to do all that, but that's how it should be really easy. Miss Sharon, y'all leave Miss Sharon. Oh, it's been a week. Okay. I should have said it. I don't do the YouTube stuff. And it's probably because Miss Sharon has me spoiled because I don't say, hit that thumbs up, be in top chat, like, share, comment, whatever the YouTube stuff is that helps us. I don't know. And I'm just a creator. I don't know how this works. And drop your links and top chat, put things in, all chat, not top chat, and put things in caps. Only mods could see. Probably I don't know. I'm just a creator in the sea. I don't know. Miss Sharon does that. Yeah, but the link's gonna be up there. There you go. See? And Huck, if Huck drops him, you don't see him. He probably put him in top chat. He's sitting up there. Absolutely, Saffron. I do that all the time. Gotta rebuke that stuff. I agree. But remember, God has a plan. Even when it seems like there isn't one and it's tough, He does. He has a plan. It's a link fest. How about that? Sowing all of you love. Go sew up to these people. They're fantastic. I love them. Just throw them up. But I appreciate you guys. Truly. So I don't know. And if you have anything coming up, got anything coming up this week or something going on or want to tell somebody something else, drop it down there. Thank you, Prepping Artist. Subbing up, showing that love. Drop it in there. You got something coming up. I don't know. I will say, things going on with Mom, some family time coming up. I'm not 100% sure that I'll be here next. I don't know. If I can, I will do a live next Sunday, which is the 11th. I will try my best. I'll know before then. Like I'll know like by Saturday, I'll know, which is usually when I drop my link anyways. But on the 18th on Father's Day, I absolutely will not be up here. Just like on Mother's Day, I won't be up here. And I'm happy if I'm not up here before then. Happy Father's Day to all you dads out there. Blessings to y'all for that day. And I hope y'all do get to detach and spend time with your family as well. But I don't know. I don't have anything for sure planned. I'm going to drop some videos and stuff this week. I don't have anything for sure set and planned. This is the only time I can guarantee set and plan. I'm kind of pulling a Josh and being a little bit more sporadic and random. I mean, not as bad as his is. I mean, that's why I had to snatch him up the other day when he was like, let's do it. I was like, right now, I'm locking this in. That's how Josh works. You got to roll with it. But if you have anything going on, drop it down in the comments. Okay. That's exactly what it's for. Exactly. We have to. Can't do it all the time. We have to. Let's see all these new subs. See, that's what's about. Y'all showing that love. I absolutely love it. I love it. Everyone's hit that. Yeah, don't be sitting in here rent free. Hit that thumbs up. Gosh. It does help my stuff, my YouTube stuff. I really don't know how it works, but apparently it does. Michael G in here with his spoon to stir it up. Josh knows what's up. Josh knows what time it is. I mean, not always literally, because he won't know what day of the week or month it is or anything, but he is pretty random. He'll do it just in the moment. I can't lock in a lot. Sunday's the only time I can lock in. Just a lot going on right now. Let's see. Yeah. Just, oh, here it goes. I shouldn't have said nothing about my chat was fine. Yes. Everybody loves Josh's energy. He's great. He's a blessing to this community, truly. And speaking of Josh, I have known Josh as a creator. I've known the longest. The very first thing I went on, didn't have a channel, was, I've said this before, was on Appalachian PIA, is with just Josh. I didn't know who he was. Barely knew who she was. I was just asked to do a favor, come up and do a speaking thing. And that's all I was going to do. And Josh was my encourager. Is the first one he was encouraging about that. About get a channel. I was like, I know. I'm not going to be a YouTuber, sir. Well, God said otherwise, and here I am. But yeah, we go way back. He's great. He's always been a blessing to me in this community, truly. And you can't be in the mood around him. He just has that high energy, that good energy. Yes, I agree. Peace be with all of you. All right, guys. I'm trying not to miss anything. Oh, really? Oh, is it whenever you go out? If I ever go out for something or just back out, and then every time I come back in, it'll put me in top chat. I don't know how any of that works. But you always have to check that. I know somebody needs to get him. Miss Sharon, you better get him. Like, I don't have enough to do. He already tell me editing some videos. I do. But I mean, he puts a stack. I mean, just let the camera go for a long period of time doing stuff, and I got to sit there and edit it. And he has to approve what I edit on that too. He's helped me out on that. He did some of the ones I threw up there. The biggest thing I had a problem with is YouTube was jumping all over, even though it was like, we had like a background song put up on there. It was a free music content use. You can add to that. It's free. And I even put the information on it in YouTube. They would not let it go. They wouldn't let it go. They wouldn't let it go. And I was like, it says it up here. I don't know. That has been really weird. I haven't got, thank you, Michael. I didn't do that this time. That was a problem, and I got tired of messing with it. That's right. He does always. We do love some Josh. He is a blessing, and he is a humble soul, and that's just how he is. See, Miss Sharon, thank you, Miss Sharon. I appreciate you guys. I hope y'all have a blessed night. And I think it was Black Cat Worley. I think it was. If you're still in here, whoever was going to email me about the kind of a breakdown list, and anyone else got to email me about something, I will get to them. I promise. So thank you guys for being here and blessing me and blessing the community, blessing each other. That's what we got to do. Keep on doing it. Don't you pull Huckleberry Ham? I'm just saying. All right, guys. I will see you guys next time. Stay safe and keep doing the things. And y'all have a great evening.